Hi there, and welcome to this third part of a series where I will be coding crypto trading bot strategies in Jupyter notebooks, Python, Pandas and other data science tools. In this video I'm going to code the Kumo Cloud Breakout strategy. In earlier videos I already told you about some books I read on the Ichimoku system and that these inspired me to develop some of my own bot trading strategies. And I also coded the Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen crossover strategy from the book How to Make Money Trading the Ichimoku System by Mr. Sadekar. That crossover strategy was also backtested in my Is It Profitable or Not series. That way I could test if it was really worth to put your money on the line with that strategy. And especially because I also wanted to know if shorting and longing a position would give me more profits. And to be honest, I got some results that I really did not expect from going long and short with a strategy like that. But I'm not going to spoil a lot of stuff, so if you want to know what the results were, then I recommend you to watch those videos instead. And you will probably see a link pop up in your screen right about now for that video. So in this part I'm going to program bot code that is based on the Kumo Breakout strategy, which you can also find in the book I mentioned earlier. This strategy has the following trading rules. Long positions are initiated when the price breaks and closes above the Kumo Cloud. And for short positions, they are initiated when the price breaks and closes below the Kumo Cloud. Initially, the stop loss is set either above or below the Kijun with a small buffer depending on the trade. And you will be getting stopped out when the price moves below or above the Kijun, depending of course on the type of trade you do. And these are basically the only rules we have here. Now, before I will code these simple rules into Python, I will create some pseudocode first. And this pseudocode will roughly guide me through the process of creating actual Python code that the bot can act on. It will also help me to define some details that I have to take into consideration when coding. So let's look closely to the chart and start with this pseudocode. And as you can see on this small chart example, price can break above the Kumo when the Senkou span A is above the Senkou span B, but also when the Senkou A is below the Senkou B. And because there's no clear instruction in the book how the Kumo Cloud must look to start a profitable trade, I guess it's a 50-50 chance here. So it does not matter how the Kumo Cloud looks. If the price closes above or below the Kumo Cloud, then you actually have to start a trade. Now remember that the Kijun-sen is the trailing stop loss here, so we can follow that indicator for our initial exit and maybe use the ROI settings for the trading bot as our second exit. In any case, it is unwise to make use of the Kumo Cloud as your exit indicator, because you have to consider that these Senkou spans are too slow to follow price closely to act as exit signals. So to get back on the pseudocode, I can write this as follows. For the long signal, the price should close above the Senkou A and the price should close above the Senkou B. And as an exit signal, the price should close below the Kijun-sen. Or alternatively, of course, the ROI settings of the bot. And I'm also going to make use of the short signals, so here the price should close below the Senkou A and it should close below the Senkou B. And also in this case, it does not matter if Senkou A is above or below the Senkou B. For my exit signal, the close price should be above the Kijun-sen, and as an additional exit, I will use ROI settings of the bot also. So now that we have our pseudocode, let's go to business and start with the actual coding. I will start by creating a new Jupyter notebook and then start with my first cell. In that cell, I'll begin to load data of the crypto pair into a data frame. And also I am directly going to use the Ichimoku indicator from the Panda's TA library. If you want to know in detail how to use this indicator in your data frame, then watch my earlier videos where I will use the Ichimoku indicator for the trading bot. And also here, to save me and you some time, I will cut and paste the code into this Jupyter notebook. So after I have pasted this code, what I did here first was I loaded the libraries that I have to use to create a data frame and loaded the Panda's TA model with the Ichimoku indicator. Then I created the actual data frame, named the column headers and also made the Unix timestamp human readable. Here in this section I created some variables that represent the lengths of the different Ichimoku indicators. And this will come in handy if you want to change the indicator value, because you only have to change it here and not through all the code. In this part I created the actual column with the Ichimoku indicators. And here you see the variables I created earlier. Now at this point we have a data frame with the open, high, low, close and volume, together with all the information from the Panda's TA Ichimoku indicator. Now let's determine our first entry signal for longs. And that's pretty easy, because in this case you don't need to have specific conditions or flags to determine the position. You only have to know the position of the close price in comparison with both of these Senku spans. So in this case I create a new data frame column where I calculate if the close price is above the Senku A and above the Senku B. And with this command you can create a data frame that only shows the signals, so where the long signal is true. And of course we can do the same with the short signals. So again I create a data frame column, but this time the close price should be below Senku A and Senku B. And let's show those short signals as well. And as we can see in this output, there are no long signals at the same time where there are short signals. So that gives me a little bit of confidence on the output. And now that we are finished with the easy part, let's continue with the exit indicator for long and short trades. And these signals should be triggered when the close price gets below or above the Kijun-sen, which all depends of course on the long or short signal. So when the signal is long, then the close price should get below the Kijun-sen in long trades. And in short trades, the close price has to get above the Kijun-sen to close the short position. So for short exits, it looks like this. And now that I'm coding this stuff, I think that I am also going to make a small change to my long and short entry signals. Because I want to be sure that the bot does not enter trades when the price is below the Kijun-sen in long trades. And the same thing goes with the short trades. It cannot enter a short trade if the price is above the Kijun-sen. So I will add another condition to these signals. And don't worry, in the strategy file I will create the correct code from start. That's why these Jupyter notebooks come in so handy. You can always experiment with code and output before you create your actual strategy file. So finally we can now check the dates where the bot would enter a trade in long conditions with this command. And that's a lot of output. And we can also do the same with short signals as well. So what we can see in this output is that the close price is below the Kijun, Senku A and Senku B, and the short signal gives it a true, which means that the bot can enter a trade. But the short exit is false, which is also correct because the close is below the Kijun-sen, so there's no exit signal at this point. And at this moment, I think I'm ready to code all this stuff into one single section. So, what I will do first is create a copy of the Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen crossover file, and I will rename this copy to Kumo Breakout.py. Then I will rename the strategy class to the Kumo Breakout as well, because otherwise I will get an error. And the next thing I will do is remove the old code that's in the indicator section and paste the section I have prepared in the Jupyter shell. And I will also adjust the long and short entry functions. So the old entry trend section will be adjusted so that it will enter a long trade when the long signal is true. And I'm also going to adjust the enter tag here. Also, I will adjust the enter short trade so that it will enter shorts when the signal is true, followed by an adjustment of the short enter tag. And to exit trades, I'm going to adjust the exit trend function so that it exits longs when the price closes below the Kijun-sen. And also short trades will be exited when the close price closes above the Kijun-sen. All according to the strategy and its pseudocode. So now that I have adjusted the strategy file, it's time to see if it's actually a working strategy. That means, can the bot read this file and create actual long and short signals with these rules? And luckily for me, this strategy file indeed worked and gave me some results back, as you can see from the backtest results output. That means that I coded this correctly and the Freqtrade bot can make some actual trades with this file. And the next question which comes up in my mind is if this strategy can be profitable when trading with an automatic trading bot. But that is the subject for another video series that I'm making for you. So at this moment we are at the end of this specific video. I have turned the Kumo Breakout strategy from the book in actual trading bot code which can be used in the Freqtrade trading bot. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you like this video and you want to see more of these demonstrations, then click on the like button. And subscribe to my channel if you want to get updated on my newest videos. And if you have a certain strategy that is profitable and you think it can be coded into trading bot code, then let me know. I am really curious if you have a profitable manual trading strategy that you would like to be turned into code for a trading bot. I think it would be fun to see if people have an actual manual trading strategy that could be turned into code and to see how it could be profitable when using with a trading bot. So I'm curious to see how many reactions I get to this challenge. But in any case, I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!